He was annoyed and observed at Charlie coldly and said, "Boy, you are crazy. If you feel that Warnya is covering you, you dare to be so arrogant in front of me. Haven't you heard of the reputation of the Wu family and Ragnar Wu?" Charlie smiled lightly and said, "I have indeed heard of the name of the Wu family." Roger's expression was cold and contemptuous, and he said arrogantly, "I've heard of it. You call Wu family rubbish. If you don't kneel down and beg me for forgiveness, the Wu family will definitely not let you go. Even if the King of Heaven covering you." Charlie smiled faintly and said, "The reason why I have heard of the Wu family is because a few days ago, there was an internet celebrity on YouTube who robbed Old Master's shish tea in the hospital toilet. That guy is said to be Wu Chi. He seems to be your Wu family child? It seems that your Wu family child is really ruthless, so disgusting things, eating that thing." As soon as Charlie mentioned about his brother eating shish tea, Roger's expression suddenly became extremely ugly. D*MN. This is really the biggest stain in the 100-year history of the Wu family. At this time, Orville was by the side, imitating a joke on the internet, and said with an exaggerated expression, "FCK. Ruthless." Everyone suddenly laughed. At this time, Roger's expression was about to eat people. Roger was so angry that his fists clenched. He observed at Charlie and said coldly, "Good boy, this is your own death. Don't blame me for not giving you a chance. My Wu family will never let you live until tomorrow." Before Charlie spoke, Warnya immediately shouted, "Roger, dare you?" Roger said coldly, "What can I not dare? Do you really think that Wu family can be slaughtered in Orus Hill? I tell you. In Orus Hill, everyone must bow to the Wu family." Warnya's face was cold, and she blurted out, "Roger, you are not welcome here, please go out." "Let me out?" Roger widened his eyes, looked at Warnya, and said angrily, "You want to drive me out for this stinking silk?" Warnya said firmly, "Yes. I'll say it again, please go out." At this time, Warnya's cousin Honor suddenly appeared, and he hurriedly stepped forward and persuaded, "Oh, Mr. Wu and Warnya, what are you two arguing about?" Roger saw Honor coming, and hurriedly said, "Honor is just right for you, your sister, for the sake of a mere rag, she is kicking me out." Honor glanced at Charlie, somewhat embarrassed. In fact, Honor was also very disdainful of Charlie in his heart, but he knew that his grandfather believed in him very much, and he valued and respected him, so he didn't dare to openly disrespect Charlie. Seeing that Charlie and Roger seemed to be in conflict, he hurriedly smiled and said, "Oh, this is really flooding the Dragon King temple, and the family doesn't know the other." With that, he hurriedly said to Charlie, "Mr. Wade, this is Roger Wu, the eldest son-grandson of Ragnar Wu family." Immediately, he hurriedly explained to Roger, "Mr. Orville, this is Mr. Wade, who once saved my grandfather's life." Roger snorted coldly, and said, "What a shish tea master, I think he's just a liar. He hurt Wu family's dog and called my family garbage. Even if it is the King of Heaven or Mr. Wade, he's not here today. I will let him go." As soon as he finished speaking, before Roger left, Mr. Song and Ragnar walked over from the villa. When Mr. Song came over, he heard the quarrel happening here. He frowned and asked, "Warnya, Honor, what happened?" Roger saw that Grandpa Song was coming, and hurriedly said, "Grandpa Song, you just came here, and Warnya actually drove my people out for this man. And this man said rude things about family, which is simply humiliating me. Humiliate my entire Wu family. You must." Before Roger finished speaking, old Song Song had already walked 2 steps quickly, stretched his hands towards Charlie, and said with all his respect, "Mr. Wade, you are here." Roger and Ragnar on the side were stunned. Why is the 80-year-old Mr. Song so respectful to a young man who is very young and well-dressed? At this moment, Charlie looked at Mr. Song and smiled slightly, and said, "Father, I don't think you are getting better. Do you feel a little down these days?" Mr. Song hurriedly said, "Mr. Wade is really a dragon and a phoenix among people. You can see the aging situation at a glance. It's not a secret." The weather changed a few days ago and I was somewhat infected with wind and cold. In addition, I was getting older, so I looked tired. Charlie said, because your body's foundation is too weak. The medicine given to you last time is mainly used to treat the illnesses and hidden diseases that have accumulated in your body for many years, although it has cured all of your problems. But it didn't improve your physical fitness much. Elder Song hurriedly said, even so, I am very grateful for Mr. Wade's life-saving grace. If it weren't for Mr. Wade's action, the old master would have already fallen into the soil. How could he still live to his birthday today? Charlie smiled indifferently, and said, today I prepared a birthday gift for you. I believe it will be helpful to your current situation. When Grandpa Song heard this, his hands and feet trembled with excitement. Birthday gift? Help the status quo?